witches, vampires, and werewolves. Occasionally all at the same time. Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 The Originals characters. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at the characters who make the Vampire Diaries spin-off series worth watching. While most appear on both shows, only the ones who play a significant role in The Originals will be considered. Spoilers will be kept to a minimum, but the entries will include some background information on the characters. Number 10. Freya Mikaelson.
Perhaps you'll allow your older sister to offer you a deal.
Incredibly powerful and with a tragic backstory to boot, Michael and Esther's firstborn child is the driving force for quite a few of the series' main plots. With Esther proving to be infertile, the witch made a pact with her sister Dahlia and agreed to hand over her firstborn in exchange for a fertility spell. For centuries, Freya hated Esther for abandoning her while yearning to be reunited with her siblings. Independent and authoritative, Freya has proven to be a cunning and calculating witch who will do anything to protect her family.
Dahlia's coming for us. With me, you have a chance to defeat her.
Number 9. Vincent Griffith.
I know you ain't the king around here no more, and I know you can't keep me here.
Just when he thought he was out, they pull him back in. A capable witch and a member of the Treme Coven, Vincent turned over a new leaf due to a particularly bloody encounter involving his wife and a group of young witches.
When they put Eva in the falling cottage, I never thought I'd see her again.
Denouncing his heritage, Vincent sought out a normal life free from vampires or magic. Unfortunately, things did not go as planned. Yusuf Gatewood's witch despises vampires and is constantly at war with the Mikaelson family.
This city could have been free of their kind if you hadn't been such a weak little coward.
You left me with no choice.
In a town soaked in the supernatural, the witty and compassionate Vincent is among the more humane characters.
I just have to know, what does it feel like to be a backstabbing traitor?
Number 8. Camille O'Connell.
You're the first person to help me in a month.
Morally sound characters exist to be brought down to earth. Driven by her brother's murder-suicide, Camille is a psychology student obsessed with understanding what drives someone to insanity.
Why do I bother?
In general, Camille is funny, level-headed, and intelligent, but there is a darkness that lurks beneath the surface. Genuinely believing that every life is valuable, the psychologist's morals are repeatedly put to the test, especially after she becomes involved with the Mikaelson family.
Klaus, I know you're here somewhere. We need to talk.
He doesn't wish to see her.
With New Orleans' vampiric nightlife starting to take hold, Camille is thrust into a fascinating struggle to retain her human emotions.
You did this to me. I died.
Number 7. Kol Mikaelson.
I love my body, Mother. I'm pretty sure Davina Claire does too.
Witch, ghost, or vampire, Michael and Esther's third son has done it all. Originally introduced in the Vampire Diaries as an antagonist, Kol is a charismatic sociopath who finds endless enjoyment in mayhem and death. As a vampire, Kol is unpredictable and dangerous, showing no remorse when killing humans to fuel his own strength. Putting aside his violent outbursts and countless murders, Kol loves his family and hates whenever his siblings do not include him in one of their activities. Most of Kol's antics are just a cry for attention.
Why won't you just tell me?
Because, darling, I guarantee you won't like the answer.
Number 6. Davina Claire.
You're so tough. Teach me.
Words of wisdom for any future coven? Maybe do not try and fail to sacrifice a super powerful witch to the harvest. They might seek out a bit of vengeance. Due to countless betrayals, primarily by her own coven, Davina evolved from a naive girl into a distrustful witch who resorts to violence whenever threatened.
Do you believe in the harvest?
I believe.
Flip-flopping between good and evil, the Harvest Witch of Fire is willing to make sacrifices to help her friends or any innocent bystanders, while finding great pleasure in hurting those who previously wronged her. Considering all the crap she's been through, Davina is still a pretty upbeat person.
That's enough of you.
Number 5. Hayley Marshall-Kenner.
I think it was the wolf. I think it's trying to protect me.
Be careful who you trust. Gorgeous and confident, the Vampire Diaries introduced Hayley as a tomboyish werewolf willing to cut down her best friends to realize her goals. The Originals pushes Hayley to the forefront, turning her into a vampire-werewolf hybrid after giving birth to Hope Mikaelson.
I was buying poison so I could put your little baby out of its misery.
Paranoid, arrogant, and ruthless, especially when it comes to Hope's safety, Hayley has struggled to come to grips with her newfound power, leading to a couple of really entertaining rampages.
Fight back! Fight back!
Hayley might be borderline insane, but she sure is a lot of fun to watch.
Do you have any idea what you have taken from me?
Number 4, Marcel Gerard. The festivities do not start until this charismatic vampire shows up. Born as a slave, Marcel's bravery and innocence in the face of great adversity convinced Klaus to sire the young boy. Once a vampire, Marcel developed into one of the most influential creatures in New Orleans. Originally, Klaus's fun-loving protege was introduced as a villain, but it quickly became apparent that Marcel is actually one of the nicest vampires in the series. Very protective of Davina and intolerant of backstabbers, Marcel is the life and heart of the party.
I hope those rings you're wearing are worth it.
Number 3, Rebekah Mikaelson.
Have some respect.
Yeah, I don't think they mind.
Love transcends species. A woman scorned by her lover, Rebekah has a fear of abandonment and yearns to find someone who truly cares about her. Due to her dependency issues, Rebekah spent centuries underneath the watchful eye of Klaus, who used to have the final say in all of her life choices.
Be honest, you want Klaus dead.
Characterized as spiteful and unhinged, the blonde vampire is easily the most childish and reckless member of the Mikaelson family. As the series progresses, Rebekah forms a motherly bond with Hope and slowly matures into a likable but unpredictable character.
It's me. I have the baby and we're on the run.
Number 2, Elijah Mikaelson.
Long deep breaths. Just focus on the sound of my voice.
The originals has barely any outright good or bad characters, and this former antagonist serves as a prime example. Loyal, compassionate, and respectful, Elijah is the rare vampire who refuses to engage in the senseless slaughter of humans. Daniel Gilly's former witch is completely devoted to his family, and dedicated most of his life to rehabilitating his half-brother Klaus.
No one hurts my family and lives.
Elijah might be one of the kinder and more forgiving vampires, but this privilege does not extend to anyone who dares to betray him. Elijah Mikaelson really offers the best of both worlds.
I don't know what to say.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
I don't know, Cammy. I mean, maybe he's still in there underneath all the crazy, but crazy's pretty thick.
Stand with me. Or fall with him. I gotta keep my eye on you. Precious cargo and all.
Number 1, Niklaus Mikaelson.
I haven't cared about anything for centuries. Why on earth do you?
Joseph Morgan's hybrid is the perfect anti-hero. As the son of Ansel and Esther, Klaus was the first werewolf-vampire hybrid, a distinction that led to a life of isolation and pain. Angry at Esther's affair, Michael often abused and humiliated Klaus, who eventually grew detached and resentful of both of his parents. Klaus can be sadistic, cruel, and even downright terrifying. That being said, the vampire is also warm, remorseful, and capable of mercy. After suffering through so much, Klaus deserves a moment of happiness. Whatever happens, we'll be watching.
We're closed. You don't look closed.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Ms. Mojo and subscribe for new videos every day.